Hey, Christina. Is now a good time?
Hey, Brianna, sure. What's up? Is it something about art club?
No, not the club. I was just wondering whether you use any social media.
No, not really. I use Messenger for chat quite a lot. And I did make some accounts on certain sites at the recommendation of my friends. But I almost never use them. To be honest, I'm so busy with painting pictures for art club, I don't really get time.
I see. You have next month's competition to think about too, huh? Sorry to drop a bomb like this on you at such a busy time. But I think someone is... Actually, you're better off just seeing for yourself. Look.
Huh? What's this? Whose social media is this? What the hell? Wait a sec. That image they posted is one of my paintings.
Right? That was your entry in the last painting competition, wasn't it? The one you won second place with. The school uploaded it on their homepage, right? Looks like whoever's behind this account reposted it from there. And they're saying pretty awful things. On top of the post they made in the picture I just sent, they've been saying stuff like, how could this piece of garbage win second place? Were the judges all blind? LOL. The colors look dirty. How gross. Was this really made by a high school student? A mentally disabled 3-year-old could do better, LOL. I'm so sorry, Christina. I hope these aren't upsetting you, but I thought you had a right to know.
Oh my god, this is so horrible. My paintings. Who the hell would do such a thing?
Well, I've been thinking about who it could be. And I think there's a chance it's Jayda running a fake account.
What? Jayda? It can't be Jayda.
I only found it by coincidence myself, but I'm almost certain it's her. It says they're a sophomore at our high school and that they attend art club on their profile section. And they made several posts talking about how they won first prize at the last competition. Wasn't it Jayda who won that? That's why I'm fairly certain it's her. It must feel really awful to be betrayed by someone you thought that was your friend like this.
No, I'm finding it really difficult to believe, actually. Would Jayda really do this? We've known each other, like, forever. Me and her have been best friends ever since elementary school. Our families know each other. We've been there for each other through thick and thin.
I understand you don't want to believe your friend would do this kind of thing. I always thought you two got along great too. But you and her are the only sophomores at art club. And there are tons of posts containing information only she would know. Look, take this one here for example. Remember the time the sophomores made cookies for practical in cooking class? Then handed them out to the students at the art club. Here's a post from the exact same day. Your cookies taste like moldy carpet. Should have had your mom teach you how to make them before handing them out at school, LOL. Learn how to bake before learning how to paint, girl. You'll never get a boyfriend baking cookies like that. Who apart from Jayda would know about that?
Would Jayda actually do this though? I just don't believe it. I've never seen or heard of her doing anything like this before, and she has no reason to.
I'm sorry, Christina. It's hard to deny at this point. It's the truth, unfortunately. Plus, it doesn't stop at mere insults. You better not ruin the next competition with your crappy paintings. If you're stupid enough to enter the next competition, I'm gonna show up at your house and beat you black and blue. Thinking of cutting whatever piece of junk she enters into the next painting competition into tiny little pieces with a box cutter. Decisions. Like this post if you think I should pour black ink over her painting right before she enters the comp. Imagine the look on her face. There are lots of posts threatening to cause actual damage. It doesn't get much more hateful than this. These are borderline on criminal.
Yeah, okay. These ones are plain scary. But if Jayda really is the one behind this fake account, I wonder why she decided I'm her enemy all of a sudden. I can't think of a reason for the life of me. She won first place at the last competition after all, by a big margin too, so it's not like I'm a threat to her.
You say that, but you did get second place. Big margin or not, the second place runner-up is a threat. She's probably worried you're gonna beat her next time. The posts on this fake account really are horrible. Anyone who would do this has to be tapped in the head. Maybe it would be best if you didn't enter the next painting competition just to be on the safe side. I'd hate if something happened to you over a painting.
Yeah, you're right. I'm gonna talk to Jayda tomorrow about this fake account. I need to find out whether she really is the one behind it.
I think that's a good idea. What are you gonna do about the competition?
I'm not sure. I agree that it's not worth risking my safety over a painting, and these posts scare me. I think I'm gonna give next month's competition a miss, at least until we can get to the bottom of who's behind this. I don't want to add any more fuel to the fire. Anyway, first things first, I have to talk to Jayda.
Yeah, I'll send you the link for the fake account. Confront her with it and make her explain herself. Christina, you there? Did you see the post from last night? Oh my god. Who does that bimbo think she is to make accusations like that? God, I hate her. Looks like someone's pulling out of next month's competition. I've been waiting for this. Serves you, right? Looks like the inferior painter finally knows her place. Bow to the queen, lol.
Yeah, I saw them all. I spoke to Jayda about the fake account yesterday.
And she still posted all this poison? That girl really is evil. Not an ounce of remorse. If anything, she got worse. I think it's time we took this to the school advisory board. There's no place for such a wicked nature hate monger in our club. The thought of her escalating is genuinely terrifying. It's Sunday, so let's take this to the staff office the instant she posts something tomorrow. We can have them kick her out of the club once and for all.
Just hold on a minute, Brianna. Me and Jayda already discussed it, and we're pretty sure we got to the bottom of it.
What? That's impossible! Oh, Christina, you didn't let her manipulate you, did you? The post still continued in spite of you warning her for crying out loud.
On the contrary, thanks to those posts, Jayda's innocence has been proven beyond a shadow of a doubt.
Huh?
I know, Brianna. I know it's you behind the account.
What?
You've been pretending to be my best friend and bad-mouthing me on social media, haven't you? You, Brianna.
No, that's crazy talk. Surely you know that. Why would you think it was me? It's Jayda's fake account. Just look at her profile page and the content of her post. Who else could it be? I know it's not a nice thing to accept, but please don't delude yourself, sweetie.
Anyone who knows Jayda could have written those things. Literally everyone at school knows she won first prize at the last painting competition. I checked the post history from the day it was made, and there isn't a single thing on the account, and only Jayda would know. Listen, I know it wasn't her, so just give it up. Jayda stayed over my house last night. She sat right next to me while we watched the account posting in real time together.
What? You stayed up late to watch the account?
I've known her since we were little kids, so we often have sleepovers. She let me have her phone for the night, and I still had it at the time the posts were being made. She didn't have access to any devices, computer, phone, nothing. That proves beyond doubt that she's not the one behind the account.
Not necessarily. Think about it. What if she gave a friend her password and asked them to do it instead? With social media, if you have someone's password, you can post from any device anywhere. Don't fall for her lies.
I don't think that's the case, actually. Even if she did put a friend up to it last night, the contents of the posts themselves are suspicious. For example, back when they posted that I should have learned how to bake cookies for my mom after we handed them out on the day of the practical in cooking class.
Huh? Which part is suspicious?
My mom died when I was 2 years old. I've been raised by my dad ever since.
What?
Jayda knows because we've been friends since we were young. So do all my other close friends. So if Jayda or any of my other close friends were the culprit, they'd probably be making posts about my dead mom, not one suggesting she's still alive. Which is why it's pretty obvious whoever it is didn't know.
Well, maybe so, but even still, that doesn't prove it was me. You shouldn't go throwing around accusations that could get people in trouble without evidence. There are any number of people who don't know about your mom other than me. Why single me out?
I did think that. But last night's posts were the final nail in your coffin. The only person I discussed not entering next month's painting competition with was you, Brianna.
Huh?
I didn't tell Jayda or any of my friends. I didn't tell any of the teachers on the school advisory board. I didn't tell anyone from art club. No one. Actually, I had no intention of pulling out of the competition in the first place. That's why I know you're the one behind the account.
No way! How could this happen? Thought I made it impossible for you to prove. I was so careful! I didn't think you'd ever find out.
Unfortunately for you, turns out you didn't make it as impossible to prove as you thought you did. In the end, It wasn't the tech side of things that gave you away, but your own stupidity. Anyway, Brianna, care to explain why you did this? Did I do something to make you hate me? Because I seriously don't remember if I did. Would you mind explaining it to me?
Ugh, you infuriate me! That clever, sarcastic attitude of yours infuriates me, and so does everything else about you. Did you do something? Are you completely ignorant? Of course you did something, and so did that bimbo Jayda. You smashed my pride into tiny little pieces. The idea was to turn you two against each other so you start getting into fights at school, and have you both kicked out of art club.
Your pride? By any chance are you referring to the last painting competition?
Obviously. Why should a little brat so much younger than me win a prize? When the painting I worked so hard on didn't even get an honorable mention. I didn't get a prize because of you two. I want the recognition I deserve. I wanted you both to pay for what you did to me.
Wow, okay. I'm definitely detecting a hint of ill will in there. The thing is, you say all that, but let's say for argument's sake, your plan succeeded and you did get me and Jayda booted out of art club. That doesn't necessarily mean you get a prize, you know?
Shut up! I'm sick of you! I'm already in my 3rd year of high school. I'll have to find a job before long, and I wanted to win at least one prize to beef my resume up. Which is why you two witches are in my way. You're jeopardizing my chances of finding work, my future. Surely you understand why I had no choice.
I most definitely do not understand. To think you'd try and get rid of me and Jayda using such shameless, underhanded tactics? If you put even half the time into your painting that you did into this wicked, insane plan of yours, maybe you actually win something.
I'm tired of listening to you! Just shut up, brat! Don't get carried away just because you got lucky and won a prize on a fluke. You're so arrogant. Someone needs to knock you down a peg. Winning that prize went to your head.
Anything you say is pointless now. I'll be reporting this incident to the teachers on the advisory board. Not only did you say all sorts of mean, hateful things, but you made actual threats. I'll beat you black or blue, and I'll cut your painting up. I mean, seriously, Brianna? I was worried for my safety. You had me looking over my shoulder around school. I was so terrified.
You'll only be wasting your time. I'll be deleting the account as well as these chat logs. With that, all the proof will be gone. So you can go around trying to kick up a fuss all you like, but no one will take you seriously. If anything, you'll be in trouble for making false accusations. It's such a shame. There isn't a thing you can do about it. Idiot. LOL.
It's true. If me and Jayda reported you without any proof, we probably wouldn't be taken seriously. What would you say if I told you we had other witnesses, though? It'd be different then, right? You see, here's the thing. The entire art club is watching this conversation as we speak.
What?
I spoke about what was going on with the director and deputy director of the art club because of the sheer malice behind what you were doing. So we're here with everyone now. Students, teachers, everyone. The entire art club is my witness. On top of that, I have screenshots of every post you made on the fake account since it was created. I also have our chat logs stored on my computer.
What? You did all that? That's so sneaky. How can you be so dishonest? You coward.
Actually, I'm pretty sure making a fake account on social media and pretending to be someone else so you could badmouth me with impunity was significantly more cowardly than me defending myself, which is why first thing tomorrow, I'll be reporting you to the teachers on the advisory board, as well as your personal tutor.
No, wait! My personal tutor too? Why would you do that? This could affect my exams. I might even get expelled. Please!
Not my problem. Anyway, I'm done talking to you. Goodbye. The next day, with all the evidence I gathered in hand, I reported Brianna to the school advisory board and her personal tutor. Before the day was up, she was summoned to the principal's office, where she was reprimanded severely. Since no harm came to me or Jayda in the end, it was decided that she wouldn't be suspended or expelled this time. But word of her disturbing behavior quickly made its way around school due to the entire art club having been present for her confession. She soon became known as that psycho girl and lost all of her friends, and her school life became one of a lonely, isolated path who others would constantly talk about behind her back. Being at school became so stressful for her that she ended up dropping out of art club just before the painting competition and eventually stopped showing her face at school altogether. It's just like they say, what goes around comes around. For a little while, me and Jayda were worried Brianna would get angry and try and take revenge on us somehow. But nothing happened in the end, and we were both able to safely submit our entries into the painting competition. I wonder who's gonna win this time. I can't wait to find out.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Hey Naomi, are you okay? The wedding ceremony is approaching, so have you even arrived yet? Any later than you are now, people are really gonna start worrying.
I'm really sorry, Tom. I can't make it over there.
Huh? What are you talking about? What's the matter? Are you feeling ill?
I can't marry you, Tom. The wedding is not going to happen.
Huh? Not gonna happen? What do you mean by that?
I'm sorry, but I'm worried about marrying you. I'm concerned about your job, about household stuff. And can I make things work with your family? I was thinking of all that and I got scared. So, could we forget this whole thing?
What? You're not serious! You do realize today is the wedding day, right? Kinda late to be saying that now.
What can I say? I'm frightened. I can't help it. Anyway, I will not marry you. I'm not going through with this.
Come on, Naomi. Take a deep breath. I know you're probably getting the last minute jitters, but you can't just simply cancel the wedding.
I just can't go through with it. I don't want to get married.
Why are you acting this way? Okay then, we don't have to get married. We actually haven't submitted the marriage certificate. We don't have to certify it. So, what do you say? Can you just go through with the wedding ceremony? Just for appearance's sake? Everyone's already here. My folks, friends, the people from my office. My folks as well as yours are all looking forward to the beautiful bride-to-be. We could break up after the wedding if you want. Just attend the wedding. Would you please?
I can't do that. Even if it's just for show, I just don't want to have a wedding with you. I want to have a wedding with someone I truly love. I'm going to marry Nathan.
Huh? Nathan? Do you mean that Nathan? The guy I went to school with?
That's right. Nathan, the one you went to high school with. I've been seeing him for about a year now.
Huh? Seeing him? Do you mean going out with him?
Yeah, that's right. I realized I wanted to marry Nathan, not you. So, this wedding, I would prefer it never happened. Please understand.
Huh? Seriously? This does not make sense. We started going out like 4 years ago. And we got engaged 2 years ago. And you say you've been seeing him for a year? So you've been two-timing me for a full year. So, Naomi, you've been sneaking around behind my back. Is that it?
I wasn't sneaking around. I liked both of you. I just couldn't decide which.
That's not how things work, Naomi. You have a fiance. You date another guy. That's what's called two-timing someone. And on top of that, Nathan? That guy is a well-known piece of trash. The guy used to bribe my friends. Always got into fights. One time he put a guy in the hospital and got suspended from school. The guy's a loser.
Don't say that about Nathan. Nathan may seem that way, but he is kind at heart. He needs someone like me to take care of him. He needs me. He has no family or friends.
Last I heard, he has a couple of brothers and his folks are still around. He has no family because he sold their property and took off with the money. That's why his family doesn't want anything to do with him.
That's just it. Poor Nathan, dumped by his parents. Nobody to take care of him. On the contrary, you, Tom, have a lot of friends, and your folks love you. Nathan, well, he's all alone in this world. So, I have to be that rock that supports him. Please understand.
How can I understand that? You're delusional. Wake up, Naomi. This is getting nowhere. Just get over here and we'll talk more. Get things straight. I'll cancel the wedding and we'll just make it a dinner party. Let's talk face to face.
That's not possible. I'm on the plane now.
On a plane? Where the hell are you going?
Somewhere that you or my folks will never find me. Besides, you and your folks will never acknowledge Nathan and me. In the end, you guys will try to forcibly break us up. So, we decided to run away.
Run away? You mean you're just gonna disregard it all and kiss everything goodbye? So you're gonna make me apologize to all these people and send everyone home? What do you plan to do about the cost of the wedding? How about compensation for breaking off the engagement? Are you and Nathan gonna pay for everything? So you're gonna sink all your responsibilities and run off with Nathan? Is that it? You really can't be serious.
There's just no turning back now. I'm sorry. I plan to have a happy life with Nathan. So please take care of things. Goodbye.
Hold on a second. We haven't finished. Get back here. Naomi!
Hey, Tom, what's up? It's me, Naomi. I'm back.
Huh? Who is this?
Come on, sleepyhead, it's me, Naomi. I was your fiance. Forgot already.
Naomi? Seriously?
That's right. I'm back visiting my folks. How have you been?
You really have some nerve coming back here. I mean, break off our engagement and skip the wedding, and on top of that, take off with your boyfriend? I haven't heard a peep out of you in 3 years. You have the audacity to contact me? So, why the hell did you come back?
Come on, Tom. Light it up. I came back just for you. I decided I want to marry you.
Huh? You're still delusional, I see. Anyway, you're married to Nathan, as I recall.
No, we never got married. After that incident, we lived together for a while, but he never worked or did any of the household chores. I ended up working part-time to make ends meet. After a while, I got pregnant. Then he hooked up with another girl and left. After all that I did for him, he doesn't even marry me. What a pathetic creep!
I do kind of remember trying to tell you just that. I told you he was a loser. He's always been like that.
So, getting back to the point, now that Nathan is gone, I came back to marry you. Actually, you're in luck. You get 2 for 1. A beautiful woman and a cute little baby. So, pay the compensation and marry me.
Huh? Compensation? What's this about compensation? Who's paying whom?
You pay me, of course.
Huh? Why?
Come on, Tom. The reason why I'm all alone and have this baby in my tummy is all because of you, Tom. If you had been more forceful back then and convinced me to marry you, I don't think my feelings towards you would have changed. You should have been more persistent. I would never have been conned by that creep and in the end dumped like yesterday's trash. It's all your fault that I ended up in this predicament. That's why you have to pay me compensation. If you pay me, well, then I will marry you.
I really can't comprehend your logic. Are you daft?
No need to worry, I'm not married to Nathan as I said. So, I'm clean. No record of me marrying or divorcing. My little baby and me is looking forward to seeing Dad. So, hurry up and repent.
Were you institutionalized for the past 3 years? Besides, why do you even think I want to marry you? I have no intention of either paying you or marrying you. And I sure don't want to be a father to Nathan's kid. I'm also going out with someone that I plan to marry soon.
Huh? You were two-timing me?
How am I two-timing you? I started going out with her after you dumped me 3 years ago. So I have no intention of rekindling our relationship or paying you a cent.
What? You can't be serious. If you don't marry me, I'm gonna be a single mom. I was all set to marry you, so I quit my job and moved out of my apartment.
That's not my problem. Besides, I didn't ask you to do that.
I don't recall nullifying our engagement. All I did was not go through with the wedding. You were having an affair. Don't go fooling around with other girls.
You're the one that didn't nullify the engagement. The moment you trashed our wedding and ran off with Nathan, I knew instantly we would never work things out. I talked to your folks and officially ended the relationship. So that makes us complete strangers.
How could you make all these decisions while I was gone? I'm at the bus stop now. Come and get me. Give me a ride to my parents' place. It's the least you can do. I'm gonna talk to my folks and reinstate that engagement. And another thing, break up with that woman you're going out with right this second.
Your parents' place? It's no longer there.
Huh?
Well, in order to pay for the wedding and compensation to me for breaking off our engagement, they sold their house and moved away.
Huh? You can't be serious. So, where are my folks now?
I hear they're staying at your brother's place. Your poor mother. She was in tears. That house was in the family for generations. And they had to get rid of it for this foolish daughter of theirs.
How could you? Forcing my folks to sell their house? Tom, you totally lost my respect.
You're not listening. They sold the house because of you. You canceled the wedding at the last minute and took off with that no-good loser. So your folks took the blame for your selfishness. Don't you even understand that? They had to apologize to all those people and sell the house to cover for you. How could you treat your folks like that? Real good daughter you turned out to be.
I didn't do anything wrong. The money they paid for the wedding, the compensation to you, they did that on their own. I didn't ask them to.
Well, whatever you think. Your brother and your folks? Man, they are super pissed off at you. They said they would beat you to a pulp, then make you pay it all back. The house and property they had to sell, the compensation, they mean to get it back, even if you have to work the rest of your life to do so.
Huh?
Oh yeah, I contacted your brother earlier while we were talking. I think he's right near the bus stop about now. Now you got a ride. Lucky you.
Wait a sec. Aren't you going to pick me up?
Now, why would I do that? I don't even know you. I mean, your own flesh and blood. Your brother is there, so what's the problem? Anyways, I'm really busy now. I have no time for your gibberish.
But if my brother gets here, he'll kill me. You do realize I'm pregnant.
Don't worry, I'm sure he'll take it easy on you. Seeing that you got a baby. Now, I'm not sure what will happen after the baby is born, of course. But I doubt he'll beat you to a bloody pulp. I mean, you're gonna have to work your butt off to pay them back. Can't have you incapacitated.
This is not happening to me. I finally got free out of that loser. I don't want to work myself to death day in and day out. Please, Tom, come and pick me up before my brother gets here. Please help me. Just this once.
Sorry, can't do that. I have nothing to do with you anymore. Talk to your family and work things out. I know it'll probably be hard paying the money back, but I hope things work out for you. I mean it. See ya! After a while, Naomi's brother contacted me and said he had picked her up at the bus terminal. he took her back to his place where her folks also live. After a long conversation, it was decided that once the baby was born, the child would be taken in by Naomi's relatives. As for Naomi, she was put under strict surveillance by her folks and made to work day and night to pay back her debts. They promised me that they would keep a close eye on her so that she would never bother me again. Hearing that, I finally put my mind at ease. And with that, I finally proposed to my fiancée. She immediately said yes, and we made plans to get married. A while after we got married, she got pregnant. A lot happened over the years, but I'm really happy now. Maybe it was for the better. I was at rock bottom when Naomi dumped me back then, but because of that, I was able to meet and marry a much better woman. What more can you ask for?
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Like me again after all this time? After running off with your lover and ignoring my calls? Is your heart made of iron?
I have time to contact you now because my life finally settled down recently. Sorry for all the trouble I caused you back then. It was 5 years ago, though. Isn't it time we let bygones be bygones?
You really think sorry settles this? Not only were you cheating on me almost the whole time we were together, but you ran away with your lover boy on our wedding day. What's more, he barged into the church in the middle of the ceremony, shouted, "Stop the wedding," and ran off with you. It's like something out of a TV show.
I know, right? Oh, he's so romantic. Oh, he's the best. Chad was so cool that day.
No, not so cool. Is there something wrong with your head? Me and the audience all thought it was some kind of surprise performance. So, in the spirit of going along with it, completely oblivious to the truth, we just waved you out of the church. I started thinking it was weird when you didn't come back after an hour, so ran off looking for you. But you were nowhere to be found. Everyone started panicking. You put us all through the mill that day.
Would you take a chill pill? Stop nagging me over ancient history. It's been 5 years. It's not very manly, you know.
Your poor mom fainted when she found out you ran away with another man. And your dad got on his knees and apologized to the point it made me uncomfortable. I had to apologize and return the gifts of everyone who attended the reception and the banquet. It caused me so much stress. It was a miserable time for all involved. It's natural to want to do more than just nag when someone treats you like this.
God, you're so persistent. Does the whining ever end? It's not like we were on the family register yet. You should just be pleased we didn't have to go through any legal procedures.
That's not the point, is it? Do you have any idea how much trouble you caused?
Whatever, it's old news now. The statute of limitations passed way back. Let's just put it behind us, okay? You need to stop clinging to me, Joe. I think it's time you look for someone else. Marriage is great, you know. Kids are cute, too.
I have no interest in being with you, Stacy. But before I cut off contact for good, we need to square a few things off. We're still far from even.
Square things off? What does that even mean?
The money, obviously. Compensation for breaking off the engagement, $23,000. Expenses for the wedding you ruined by running off with Loverboy, $14,000. Next, the money from my savings you stole from the house, $15,000. Finally, compensation for my car that you used to escape, $15,000. Total amount owed, $67,000. Pay up now.
What the heck? Why should I have to pay all that money?
Because I took an awful big hit due to your actions. You ran away with your lover on our wedding day. You helped yourself to my savings and steal my car to make your escape. Don't think for 1 second you're getting away with this without paying.
You can seethe at me all you like, but that won't be happening. There's no way I can afford to pay that much. Feeding and clothing my son will only get more expensive from now on. I can't give you money I don't have.
Then get a hold of it somehow and pay up. Put all your savings together, or sell all of your assets, or take out a loan. Or all of them. I don't care. Just give me my money. Your kid is not my problem.
Nope, impossible. Surely you're not entitled to compensation just because I broke off the engagement. It's not like either of us lost anything. $23,000 is blowing it way out of proportion. I will absolutely not be paying that.
You really think that logic holds up? We exchanged engagement gifts, and I bought you a wedding ring worth over $7,500. $23,000 in compensation is perfectly appropriate. I already checked with my lawyer, and there's no doubt about it.
Well, I disagree. As for the wedding expenses, if you didn't return everyone's gift, you could have paid them. If you just kept hold of all the gifts, you could have sold them off and made more than enough to cover the wedding. It's not my fault that you were too dumb to think of that, and I will not be paying for your lack of brain cells.
You seriously think that would be acceptable? They came to celebrate us getting married. Thanks to you running off with Loverboy, what was supposed to be a wedding turned into what felt like a funeral. There's no way I could be shameless and despicable enough to accept, let alone sell the gifts those kind people gave us. Because I'm not like you.
That may be so. Still, $67,000? No can do. Nuh-uh. Nope. Can't we at least call it quits on the portion from your savings and car?
And why the hell would we do that? That's the most important part. How dare you give your lover the key to our apartment, have him sneak in, and have him steal my bank card, savings account book, and car keys? That car was brand new 2 months before you stole it. Why in God's name do you think I'd be willing to call that quits?
We were still engaged at the time I took your savings. So, when you think about it, it was actually kind of my money. If we got married, it would have really become mine, so isn't demanding I return my own money a bit strange?
That was not your money. It took years of long shifts and overtime at the office for me to save that up. Just because we were engaged doesn't somehow make it yours. The same goes for the car.
What? The car? We abandoned it by the side of the road before we left town, which means we hardly even used it. You can't seriously expect me to pay for that too?
Obviously I do. Thanks to you lowlifes abandoning my new car in the middle of nowhere, it got stripped to pieces. Everything inside was stolen. Even the freaking tires were gone. Words can't describe my shock when I saw it. You knew how much I loved that car. You are 100% paying me compensation.
Money, money, money. It's all about money with you. You're so selfish. What happened to the car after that has nothing to do with me.
Let's just make this clear. Do you refuse to pay no matter what? For breaking off the wedding? For stealing my car?
Yeah, that's right. Me and Chad have a life together. We have a little boy to think about. Things are over between me and you, so just leave us alone. You won't get a penny out of me. Don't you dare get in the way of my happiness.
I'm calling the police.
What? The police? Why would the police have anything to do with this?
Isn't it obvious? What you did was theft. The wedding expenses and compensation are one thing, but stealing my savings and car was theft, plain and simple. If I ring the police, you'll be arrested without a doubt.
What? You're joking, right?
You'd think I'd joke about something like this? Did you think that what you did was somehow okay because I was your fiancé? Were you just not aware what you did was a crime because you're completely devoid of brain cells?
Me and Chad? Criminals? What would happen to us if we got arrested? And our son? What would happen to our son?
Well, if you ended up going to jail, you and him would be in separate prisons. As for your son, I think he'd most likely go to some kind of care or foster home. Oh, and by the way, if you do go to jail, I read the maximum sentence for what you did is about 10 years. By the time you got out, your kid would already be out of elementary school.
How could you speak so lightly of tearing a family apart? You're horrible. You're the worst. You're the incarnation of pure evil in human form. If anyone should be arrested, it's you.
Why would I be arrested? Anyway, what'll it be? Would you rather be reported to the police and be arrested as a couple in the family home? Or maybe you prefer to be arrested after graciously accepting your fate and handing yourselves in? Or maybe, just maybe, you'd rather pay up and give me my damn $67,000. If you pay me the entire $67,000 at once, I'm happy to forget I ever mentioned the police.
Fine, I get it. I'll give you the money. But the problem is, I don't have the money. All I can give you is $2,000. No, maybe $4,000. I'll pay back the rest in smaller installments, so please, just don't get the police involved.
$4,000? I guess that's a good start. Okay, I need you to send me it in cash money through registered mail, addressed to my lawyer. I'll send you a picture of my lawyer's business card after this.
Cash money through registered mail? Why? What's wrong with bank transferring it normally?
You really think I'd give my bank details to a thief? I don't want you knowing my address either. See to it that you send the money to me through registered mail within a week. You understand?
Yes, I get it. What the heck? They took Chad away in handcuffs. I thought we had an agreement. You said if I paid you, you wouldn't report us.
Oh, wow. They arrest him already? Wait, they didn't take you too?
I was out with our son. When we got back from grocery shopping, there was a police car parked outside of our apartment. With causing it inside, they took him.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. You managed to escape then? You really lucked out there, huh? And there was me thinking Bonnie and Clyde would go down together. What a shame.
What the hell are you playing at? Why did you report us to the police? I sent your money, you liar!
I didn't lie about anything. Try to remember carefully. I never said I wouldn't report you just because you paid me, did I? I only said I wouldn't call the police if you paid me the entire $67,000 at once. All you gave me was $4,000.
I told you I'd pay the rest later in smaller installments. I'm not made of money, you know? I only scraped that $4,000 together in the first place because you said you wouldn't report me.
How can I trust the word of someone like you? You already betrayed me more times than I can count. I can't trust anything other than payment through the proper channels. That's why I went out of my way to make it clear to you that I needed cash money sent through registered mail.
No way. Did you intend to report me from the get-go? Did you lie about not wanting to tell me your bank number and address too?
Like I said, I haven't lied about anything. Not wanting to tell you my bank details or where I live is the honest truth. But my actual objective was figuring out your address. This was always going to happen sooner or later, you know. I already filed a police report 5 years ago.
You lying, deceitful, swindling, good-for-nothing trickster lowlife. You're the devil. Are you satisfied now that you've ruined my happiness?
How could I possibly be satisfied? This pales in comparison with what you did to me. You cheated on me and dumped me at the altar on our wedding day. You stole my money, you stole my car, and then you ran away and blanked me for 5 whole years. I suffered with such soul-crushing depression, I had to see a doctor at one point. But you got married. You had a son. Not a care in the world. Not a shred of conscience over what you did to me. Satisfied, she says. Give me a break.
What does any of that have to do with me? It's not my problem. Ugh, whatever. Forget it. I have to give up on Chad now. I've got no choice but to escape with my son. I have to protect my son at all costs.
That was all it took for you to dump Loverboy? To think you ran off with him so dramatically on our wedding day.
Ugh, shut up, shut up, shut up!
Well, what do I care? You want to escape? You go right ahead. Of course, your sentence will only get longer. I am curious, though. Where exactly do you plan on escaping to? After having just lost a huge sum of money and having a kid to take care of?
Are you even human? I'll never forgive you for this. You won't get your own way. I mean it. Remember that.
You don't have to tell me. I can never forget. It's just like you said. I'm persistent. After that, Stacy really did try escaping with her son. But the police managed to find her pretty quickly since she couldn't even afford a train ticket. Be honest, I did want them both to go on trial and serve hard time. But when I thought about what it would do to Stacy's brothers, sisters, parents, and her innocent son, I couldn't bring myself to press charges. We settled out of court for the total cost of the damages, plus an extra $15,000 for the trouble. Her parents helped her shoulder the burden, and I received all the money in one payment. Stacy and Chad are currently being treated like workhorses at a company run by one of her relatives, to pay off the debt they owe to her parents as a result of our settlement. By the way, Stacy's brother and his wife are looking after her son now. I hear he's growing into a healthy wee lad. I would have felt bad for him being raised by a pair of pea-brained dimwits like those two, so I think it's probably for the best. As for me, I used some of the settlement money to get myself a brand new car. Having my car so casually stolen like that was the most shocking part of the whole affair for me. So I really splashed out this time. For now, I'm not thinking about getting remarried. I'm just enjoying my days driving around tearing things up in my new car.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.